Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the NFL and especially the Washington Commanders this season, you know it's been a roller coaster. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but despite some of the challenges, the team keeps finding ways to stay competitive. And this latest move just adds another interesting chapter to their ongoing story. Today, we're talking about a significant addition to the backfield, the signing of veteran running back Chase Edmonds. This isn't just a minor signing, it's a move that could have some real implications for Washington's offense moving forward, especially with the season already underway. So, what exactly is happening? Well, the Commanders, in the wake of losing Austin Ekeler for the season, have decided to bolster their backfield depth, and they've brought in Chase Edmonds. Yes, the veteran who's been around the league, who's seen a lot, and who's still got some gas left in the tank. This news was first reported by Greg Auman from Fox Sports, and it's important because it signals that Washington isn't just sitting back and waiting for things to unfold. They're actively trying to improve their roster, especially at a crucial position like running back. Now, before Edmonds signed on, the Commanders weren't just sitting around. They were exploring other options in free agency. As Tom Pelissero from NFL Network pointed out, they actually brought in several other players for visits: Demetric Felton, Khalil Herbert, and Nyheim Hines. Each of these guys has their own unique skill set, and Washington clearly did their homework, weighing their options carefully. But in the end, Edmonds emerged as the preferred choice, and it looks like this will be a practice squad arrangement at least initially. That's quite a strategic move, and it's worth understanding why the Commanders went this route. For one, Edmonds is a familiar face. He's 29 years old now, but he has a wealth of experience in the NFL, which is invaluable when you're trying to add stability and leadership to your backfield. His familiarity with the team's coaching staff, especially with offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, who, for those who might not remember, was Edmonds' head coach when he was with the Arizona Cardinals, makes this signing even more logical. They already know each other, which means Edmonds can adapt quickly and be ready to contribute when called upon. Let's take a quick look at Edmonds' career. He last played in 2023 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but before that, he spent time with the Miami Dolphins and Denver Broncos. His rookie contract was with the Arizona Cardinals, where he really got his start. Over his 6 NFL seasons, Edmonds has proven to be a versatile back, capable of both running and catching passes out of the backfield. In 2021, he had a breakout season, starting 11 of 12 games and rushing for a personal best of 592 yards on 116 carries. That kind of production shows he has the talent to be a significant contributor, especially in the right system. But of course, we have to temper expectations. After an absence from the game this long, and with his role likely to be limited to a backup or rotational role at least initially, Edmonds probably won't replicate those 2021 numbers. Still, his ability to catch passes, he's accumulated 158 receptions over his career, makes him a useful weapon in the passing game, which is something the Commanders could leverage, especially given the loss of Ekeler, who was a key part of their passing attack as well. This signing also signals that Washington is thinking ahead, planning for the long haul. Edmonds can provide veteran leadership and a steady hand for the younger backs like Jackery Krosky-Merritt and Chris Rodriguez Jr., both of whom are still vying for more consistent roles. Having a guy like Edmonds around can help these young players develop, learn the nuances of the game, and be ready to step in when needed. Plus, if Edmonds gets elevated to the game day roster, his experience could be a real advantage on Sundays, especially in close games. Now, let's talk about what this means for the team's current roster and their season outlook. The Commanders have been a team that's showed flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been a challenge. Their offensive line has had some ups and downs, and the quarterback position remains a topic of intense discussion among fans and analysts alike. But adding Edmonds to the backfield gives them some additional flexibility. If the team's offense can get him involved in the passing game, it could open up more opportunities for their receivers and even help the quarterback in those critical third-down situations. Thinking about the bigger picture, Edmonds' presence could also influence the team's strategies. Washington has been trying to establish a balanced attack, run, pass, and keep defenses guessing. With Edmonds' ability to catch passes out of the backfield, he can serve as a safety valve for the QB, especially in situations where the pocket collapses or the defense pressures heavily. His experience also means he's familiar with the nuances of NFL defenses, which can be crucial in tight games where every yard counts. Now, let's dig a little deeper into what Edmonds can bring from a statistical perspective. Over his career, he's amassed 158 receptions, which is a pretty solid number for a running back. That's an asset for Washington because losing Eckler, who is heavily involved in the passing game, leaves a bit of a void. Edmonds, with his pass-catching skills, could help fill that gap, at least partially. Even if he only plays a handful of snaps initially, his presence on the field can force defenses to respect the pass out of the backfield, opening up more options for the entire offense. Of course, the NFL is all about adaptability. Edmonds' role will depend heavily on how quickly he can get up to speed with the team's playbook, his health, and how the coaching staff chooses to integrate him into their game plans. But given his familiarity with the offensive coordinator and his previous NFL experience, he should be able to pick up the offense relatively quickly. Looking ahead, if Edmonds performs well in practice and during any game appearances, it could lead to more opportunities. The team might consider elevating him for important matchups, especially against division rivals or teams with strong defenses that require versatile, multidimensional backs. His veteran presence and experience could be exactly what Washington needs during the grueling NFL schedule, where depth and resilience often make the difference between a playoff run and an early exit. So, what should fans be excited about? Well, first of all, this move shows the team's commitment to improving and adapting. It's a smart, strategic signing that could pay dividends in the long run. Edmonds' ability to contribute both on the ground and in the passing game adds versatility and experience that the team can leverage. It also sends a message to the rest of the NFC East. Washington is serious about competing and isn't afraid to make bold moves mid-season to strengthen their roster. But it's not just about the X's and O's. It's about the spirit of the team, the resilience, and the hope that every new addition inspires among the fans. Washington has always been a franchise with a rich history, and despite some recent struggles, the passion remains unwavering. Signing a veteran like Edmonds, who's been through the ups and downs of the NFL, reinforces that this team is building for the future while still trying to maximize their chances this season. And of course, fans are eager to see how Edmonds will fit into the team's scheme, how quickly he can adapt, and what kind of impact he can make in the upcoming games. Will he be the secret weapon in crucial moments? Will he carve out a role as a reliable third-down back? Those are questions that only time will answer, but one thing is for sure: Washington is making strategic moves to stay competitive, and Edmonds' signing is a clear sign of that intent. Now, as we wrap up, let's remember that this is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. The NFC East continues to be one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL, with teams fighting hard for playoff positioning and bragging rights. Washington's roster moves, including this latest signing, reflect a team that's not settling, that's hungry to improve, and that's ready to face whatever challenges come their way. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this signing? Do you think Edmonds can be a difference maker for the team? Are you excited about his potential role? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more insights into everything Washington Commanders related. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the faith alive. This is a team with a proud history and a bright future, and together we'll see how this latest move unfolds. Thanks for being part of this journey, and as always, go Commanders.